welcome back. The south of France is one of the most beautiful places in the world, and our next guest's new cookbook paints a stunning scene of its charms, open-air markets bursting with sun-ripened produce, acres of olive trees, and cliffs that drop into salt-heavy turquoise coves.
Oh my gosh, bring me there. That is beautiful. Well, she has written for the New York Times, Vanity Fair, and today she is here with her third cookbook, Le Sud, recipes from Provence, Alpes, and Cote d'Azur. Please welcome to the show, Rebekah Peppler.
Just flipping through the book is like going on a trip. It is so absolutely gorgeous and lush, and it really highlights the beauty of the south of France. Tell us about the actual inspiration behind it.
Absolutely. So I'm American. I live in Paris, and I started going to the south of France the second I moved to France, basically. And I really wanted to capture the beauty of the south of France in the book, so I'm happy that that caught on through the recipes, through the writing, but also through the imagery.
Yes. All right, so as you just mentioned, you're an American writer who's living in France. How did you land this plum job? How did you end up doing this in Paris?
Yes, so I'm from Wisconsin originally. I studied journalism at university, and I always wanted to write about food. I moved to New York. I went to pastry school. And then I actually worked as a food stylist for many years in New York City, but I wanted to get back to writing. And so the move to Paris kind of coincided with that want to kind of get back into something that really like spoke to my soul. So I was splitting time between New York and Paris, and then Paris
sounds like a
took
hard,
me in full time.
Okay, well, you are taking us in with this spread. So you have got recipes all inspired by the south of France. So we're going to start with a dip. So let's begin there. And what is it?
Yes, so we have two dips. We have an anchoade, which is with anchovies, and then we have a poivronade, which is with red peppers. And then you have crudité.
Everybody's like,
I like that.
It's really good.
Oh my God.
You
Okay,
can
so
have it
while we're
chips,
trying this,
crudité.
yes. What are some of the tips that you would have for Canadians who are trying to bring some French hospitality to their dining table?
Yeah, I think the first thing to do is to start with recipes, right? All of the recipes, like you mentioned, are inspired by the south of France, by Le Sud, and they inherently are going to bring that kind of south of French energy right to your table.
This is beautiful.
This is so gorgeous.
Thank you, and super easy too.
All right, so our next dish is made with pastis. For those people who've never heard of pastis before, what exactly is it?
So pastis is a liqueur. It's going to have a bit of an anisey flavor, a licorice flavor to it. And you often drink it in the south of France, in Marseille, sitting by the water. You know, you see people with these tall glasses of kind of a cloudy beverage. That's going to be your pastis. It's meant to kind of like let you linger by the seaside in the summer and cool you down as you're kind of roasting in that heat.
Beautiful. All right, and you made this chicken dish with the pastis, so tell us about it.
Yes, so pastis is not normally made into a savory dish, right? But I love that anisey, that fennel flavor to it.
Oh, that is good.
Right?
That is good.
Because I think for even people who wouldn't think that they would like those tones, it's transformed here.
It's transformed. It's meant to kind of like infuse it with kind of the essence of that, but not be over kind of come with it. And when you roast fennel, you get kind of this like really sweet caramelized flavor to it. And that kind of adds to the dish and kind of brings it all together.
This is beautiful. We need some taste of vision right now. That is really
So
beautiful.
gorgeous.
You're
Thank
serving
you.
your chicken with les carottes rosées. So how did you make yours?
So carrot râpé is a really classic French salad, and it's like you can find it kind of at any store or kind of like any lunchtime gathering spot, and that's finely grated carrots with a pretty traditional vinaigrette. This one is with rosé wine added to it, and so you get kind of, I warm it up a little bit, and it kind of like flash cooks the carrots almost, so you're not getting that raw carrot flavor. But, so it's gonna be a little sweeter, it's gonna be bright, it's gonna be vibrant, it kind of brings that flavor of Provence into your carrot.
So you're just doing this in a frying pan? Like you do the mandolin, probably get your thin slices?
So this one, actually, you can just use a vegetable peeler and like, save your thumbs. Mandolins scare me. And then actually you put it all in a bowl and you warm up the rosé kind of liquid. It's with a little bit of vinegar in there, and then you pour it on top. So you're actually not doing any cooking. You don't have to get out a skillet.
Fascinating. Okay, so Le Sud is clearly a special place, but you actually say it was so special to you, you actually felt like you were reborn there. That is incredible. I think we're being reborn right now. So tell us about your experience.
That's very kind. So it means a lot of things, but one of the kind of reasoning behind using that pretty strong term is during COVID, I got sick in March 2020 with COVID, and I was living in Paris. I was by myself. And then I was very, very, very ill, and then I just didn't get better. And so I spent months in bed. My doctors didn't know what was going on. All my tests came back normal. They told me I was, anxious, et cetera. And I was really, I was in kind of my best health right before I got sick, and then I was very, very sick. And so I realized that I was going to have to kind of heal myself. And I asked myself, what's the thing that helps me heal? And it's the water, being by the sea. And so I went to the south of France for a month, actually at the place that was just on the screen, in La Ciotat, and spent a month sitting by salt water, resting, and slowly starting to heal.
That
and
sounds...
Yes.
It was...
Great prescription.
Yeah.
It's like a low point in life, but a high point for the book and for now.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Absolutely.
So we're ending our French feast with a gorgeous dessert. Tell us the story behind this tarte au citron.
Perfect. Yes. So yes, please. This is one of my favorite recipes in the book. So Provence, Alpes, Cote d'Azur is a huge region. You think of it as kind of just like one kind of part, but it actually extends all the way from Italy, on the border of Italy and France, all the way through to the Camargue region.
God.
And this particular recipe
So good.
comes from Menton, which is the kind of end of the line right before you get to Italy, and it's also where all the citrus is produced in France.
Oh my gosh.
And here we are. There's preserved lemon in the crust, and then there is lemon juice in the filling, and it's supposed to be tart, not too sweet.
Oh, it's perfect.
Oh, my
Incredible.
goodness.
All right. So talk to us about preserving the lemons. Why is that step worth doing?
So preserving lemons is actually like a really lovely way to kind of extend the shelf life of your lemons, actually. So all you're gonna do is basically like cut them into quarters and add a bunch of salt into a jar, and over time they'll preserve. And what I use them for is all different things. You could probably actually put them in the fennel in this chicken, it would be phenomenal. But in this recipe itself, it's actually in the crust. So you're getting those like pops of like kind of salty, sour, flavor bombs that kind of add that layer of lemon flavor into the dish in different kind of unexpected ways.
So gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, that is brilliant. Well, we have been transported, Rebekah, and we appreciate you very, very much for it. Thank you so much for sharing this. It is called Le Sud. It is available now, and studio audience, why don't you go on a little trip to southern France, because you're getting your cookbook today.
Hey there, what did you think? Drop your comments below and join the conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can find more on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. See you soon.